a section where you're not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping it.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Goes smoke from the pyrotechnics filled out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting October, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll drop to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They run with Taylor. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. The 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him like a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll set up a throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, a heck of a move. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now a give to Taylor. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
First and 10, Taylor now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. This defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown as time expires in the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it a second down. On the handoff, Taylor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Mike 19.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's more. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Touchdown, Colts. It's complete. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look downfield for Henry, and that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off right around the 43. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The drive starts with a completion left side and out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play. There for Indy.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. Fighting through pressure. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jayon Brown gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be the field logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Back to throw again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 47. Trotty. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be up. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 85 yards. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Colts on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. They've got his man complete. Touchdown. DJ Moore with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. We're shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Taylor. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another